So eto, meron na tayong isang bisita dito, si Lamarcos Marks, no? Paakyatin natin si Lamarcos. Hello, Lamarcos! Yes, yes, yo! Nakamute ka, Lamarcos.
Hola, hola. Mic check.
Wow. Saan ka ba? Saan ka ba, Lamarcos?
Sa Seattle, Washington.
You're in Seattle, Washington. Wow, Washington State, ha? Oh,
Bro,
Feli
may-
Alflen, no? Ano mo to? Kapitbahay mo to, Feli Alflen. Meron kasi akong nandito ngayon. Nasa Seattle din ata siya.
May tanong lang ako saglit about sa sibling gera sa Indo-Pacific very soon. But before that, I wonder if you can you be somewhat my friend na yung tipong pwede kitang i-message pag may tanong ako kasi I really admire your knowledge daw. Like
Yeah, sure.
Messenger.
Anyone can message naman, no? Lamarcos, no? Sa akin. The problem is, talagang napakarami, sobrang dami. Nagtatabon-tabunan na, and I really don't look at my messages that often, no? So, but you can actually send me a message, no?
Which one? I think dalawang Facebook mo. Which one?
Yeah, E.B. Hugalbot and Elmer B. Hugalbot.
So either one, just message you?
Either one. But I normally use, kasi isa lang yung phone ko, I normally use the E.B. Hugalbot, no, yung main account ko talaga.
Alright. So saglit lang bro. Napansin ko sa mga Pilipino, hindi sila focus sa posibleng mangyaring gera sa Indo-Pacific. Kasi ang balita dito, 2027 na-attack ang China. Eh kung hindi na tayo makapag-antay ng 2028, so paano yan maging Marcos will stay in power? How's that?
Yun na nga, no? Kasi ang American intelligence, no, has been releasing this quote-unquote information that they've gathered, no, intelligence information, na yung invasion daw of invasion naman, quote-unquote, no, which I do not like to use that term kasi everyone is acknowledging the One China policy.
Yeah.
And then in fact, no, we are all in agreement that there is only one People's Republic of China and that Taiwan is part of China, no? So it is probably not an invasion but a reunification. Now, whether it's going to be militarily done or peacefully done, which I hope it will, ang sabi nila will be on 2030, no? Pero inatras daw 2027. Yun ang sabi nila, no? Pero I doubt, no, kung may mangyayari ba talaga. Maybe a peaceful reunification kasi kung titingnan mo ngayon sa parliament ng Taiwan, no, naka-majority na halos yung mga pro-unification, no, na yung DPP ata ba yun, yung party na ruling party ngayon na very yung pro-independence Taiwan, no, pro-independent Taiwan talaga, ay medyo anuhan na, no, ng popularity. So baka sa next round of elections, no, makakuha ng sobrang majority yung nakalimutan ko yung pangalan ng party na yon na pro-unification with the mainland. Baka even before 2030, baka may talagang may peaceful or a start of a peaceful reunification. Now going back to your question na there might be some sort of military action. Pag meron mang mangyayaring military action dyan, for sure, kasali ang Pilipinas. Because kung titingnan mo yung mapa, no, there is no other launch pad available for the Americans, no, doon sa Taiwan. Tatlo lang, South Korea, Japan, and the northern part of the Philippines, no? So tatlo 'yan, no? Parang tripod, no? So doon 'yon, no? So meaning to say, and the Batanes Island Group is also the closest to Taiwan, no? So ibig sabihin, pag may giyera talaga 'yan na mangyari, military action, for sure, no? Magagamit ang Pilipinas at magagamit yung mga EDCA bases natin dito, yung Siam. Now, ang tanong mo is saan na yung Pilipinas, no? Kung halimbawa mangyayari yun in 2027. Wala pang 2028. If I think we will not be actually at war with China at that point, we would probably be used as bases, no, by Americans who will be helping again, quote unquote, the Taiwanese if such a military action will occur. And I think China will probably be will be sanctioning the Philippines economically as a form of retaliation. Uh, if what you are saying is baka humaba yung termino ni Bongbong Marcos kasi wala pang election sa 2028, you are probably thinking na may declaration of war, state of emergency, and then suspend lahat, and then just like the Ukraine, magiging de facto president si Bongbong Marcos beyond 2028. Yun ba yung tanong mo?
Yes, sir. Ganun.
Yun. Yun ang hindi naiintindihan, no, ng ating mga kababayan din, no. Kasi nga if you look back doon sa first Marcos regime, no, when he declared martial law, itong si Ferdinand Sr., ang premise noon was an internal threat, internal security threat, no, being the communist insurgency and the Moro insurgency, no, the Muslim insurgency in southern Mindanao. Yun ang premise niya, kaya nag-declare ng martial law. Ngayon, ito na naman ang ginagawa niyang premise, no? Wala na kasing iba eh, no? Kaya kung babasahin mo yung mga ginagamit nilang words, yung mga ginagamit nilang mga naratibo, mga ginagamit nila ng mga phrases, no? War posturing talaga, no? Naka-war footing na talaga, no? Yung ginagamit nila. And in fact, yung pagiging open natin for joint patrols, no, from NATO countries, no, diyan sa South China Sea is also a sign, no, of a continuing war footing, war posturing of the Philippines, no. Na nandyan na kasi yung iba't ibang European navies na wala namang claim, no. In fact, even the US is not a party to the dispute dyan sa South China Sea, no. And even as far as New Zealand. Go ahead.
So, pag na-reunite ang Taiwan sa China peacefully, you think US will not move?
Actually, they will do everything they can with their influence, probably intimidation to some degree, para walang peaceful reunification with Taiwan. Because if you look at Taiwan in the global economic stage, napaka-importante talaga ng Taiwan, both for the US and the Chinese because of their semiconductor industry, no? So importante yan sa both parties, no, and both countries, no. So it is illogical for them, even mainland China, na mag-military action dyan sa Taiwan. Because a military action in Taiwan, unlike the Ukraine and the Middle East, no, will probably grind to a halt almost the entire global economy. Because you still have an ongoing conflict in Ukraine, which to me, until now, I see no end in sight, no? Because of what's happening right now, especially the very blatant attack, preemptive attack of the Ukrainians using CIA and MI6 intelligence and technology, I think, of the nuclear deterrent of the Russians. And when you now strike on the nuclear deterrent capability of a nuclear state, automatically their nuclear doctrine will take into effect. And it is in the nuclear doctrine of Russia na gumawa ng retaliatory move. Otherwise, you will be seen as a weak state and a weak power na. So, hindi natin alam anong mangyayari. And then you have the conflict pa rin in Gaza, the continuing genocide in Gaza. Now, another military action in Taiwan would spell disaster for everyone, not just the Taiwanese, not just the Americans, not just the Chinese, but especially the Filipinos. So I think mahirap isipin, but there is still a probability na may shooting war dyan and gagamitin ang Pilipinas as proxy again by the Americans. But peaceful reunification, ayaw yan ng mga Amerikano talaga. The same way na ayaw ng mga Amerikano na magka-peaceful settlement tayo dyan sa South China Sea dispute. Because
wala bang US bases dyan sa Taiwan?
Taiwan, meron sila sa Kenmen ngayon pero undisclosed. Alam mo yung Kenmen, this is the closest island to the mainland. It's just 10 kilometers away, yung maliit na isla.
Okay.
There are some reports that there are about 250 special forces doon na naka-station at nagte-training ng mga Taiwanese troops, no?
So why laging nababanggit na ang Philippines ang pwedeng maging proxy war ng Russia, ng US at saka ng China? Bakit hindi Taiwan ang maging next Ukraine? Bakit Pilipinas ang possible na maging next Ukraine?
Well, actually, ang pagiging proxy ng Pilipinas will not be like Ukraine na actively participating in the war itself, no? Because the actual troops, no, I think, no, will be the Americans and the Taiwanese troops.
But we're allied. So pag umatake ang US, Philippines will attack too, right?
Yes. But we will be proxy in terms of providing the logistics, the bases, and everything, no?
So you think natin hindi gegera? Hindi.
That's the problem now. If China considers it an act of war against them, if the Philippines will be actively hosting military assets of the US used in a military action in Taiwan, if China considers it an act of war against them, diba?
Yes, sir.
So the Philippines now will be necessarily considered a war or an enemy in an active war with China. And by that time, any armed aggression or any armed attack on Philippine assets will now trigger the Mutual Defense Treaty.
I think it will
with the
happen
Americans.
because, busy ang US sa pagtulong sa gera sa Ukraine. So they need helping hand from us because we're allied.
Mm.
And ayun din ang gusto ni Bongbong. So he wants to stay in power. So it's just a scary thing, man.
Very, very scary, no? Very scary. That's why kami talaga, no? Ako personally, no? At the risk of being branded a traitor, makapili, or whatever it is, paid China propagandist, no? Talagang I made it my life's mission na talaga, no? Decided to go out, no? On a limb na talagang ipaglaban na sana naman matauhan ang buong Pilipinas na we are in dangerous times talaga, no? Kasi ang ano diyan halimbawa sa Ukraine, halimbawa sa Gaza, wala tayong pakialam kasi hindi pa naman tayo di ba? Ay, malayo yan sa atin, di ba? Yung bang malayo yan sa bituka.
But though, because palapit na ng palapit and we know it's gonna happen. Ayan ang gusto ng USA and recorded yan sa history nila. But I feel like Filipinos don't care.
Actually, they don't. Number one, because they are not informed. That's one reason. And number two, we are still a colonized. We still have a colonized mindset, especially the youth. No, I have to say.
So I'm sure they know, but wala ako nababalita na nababanggit nila. They don't care too, man.
Well, they don't.
No, nakakatawa na. Nag-break ako sa politika mga 2 weeks siguro.
Oh yeah.
Pa na rin ako
ganun ba? So you're actively posting on social media about Philippine politics?
I watch you and other DDS, and then I like, shares, comment, Kaya I trying to stay updated pero nakakasawa talaga. Hindi ko
Nakasawa.
Yeah. So personally, what would you do, bro? Kapag nagkagera dyan, ikaw, anong gagawin mo?
Ako, pag nagkagera,
Yeah.
I will be out on the streets protesting just like the Americans were during the Vietnam War.
May
The problem is,
pa ba yung protest? Kasi pag gera na, right?
well, the problem is I'm just 13 kilometers away from an EDCA site in Mactan. And it's within reach of the Chinese hypersonic missiles. And the minimum effective range, no, is within the ranges pa rin ako. So, I don't know, baka mapulbo rin ako kasama ng mga iba dyan.
So last question na lang, bro. So you think pag lumayo ang mga Pilipino sa US military bases diyan, kasi yung China aatakihin yung mga bases diyan, that means magiging safe yung mga Pilipino?
I'm sorry?
Magkakaroon tayo. Di ba pag nagkagera, aatakihin ng China yung mga US bases diyan sa Pilipinas? So, yung simple na paraan, pwede bang lumayo na lang yung mga Pilipino diyan sa mga bases na yan? And then, tapos sa 2028, kahit may gera, may election tayo. Do I make sense?
Well, yes, to do. In fact, no, I now encourage everyone, no, who has the means to leave the country na. Not because there's a looming war.
To go to other places lang na malayo sa bases lang. It's not necessarily iiwanan mo yung Pilipinas.
Well, yes, no. But then again, do they have, no? Kasi halimbawa, sa amin dito, yung EDCA base dyan, it's just a stone's throw away from the economic zone. Tens of thousands of employees go to companies there for work, and most of them are not from Cebu. So I don't know if it's practical, no, na lumayo sila sa mga bases, no. Halimbawa, itong bases namin dito na EDCA is using the runway of our international airport, Mactan International Airport.
pero ayun lang ang way kung ayaw mo mamatay. So what you guys gonna do sa Pilipinas?
Well, ako actually, no, it is what it is, no. We'll deal with it when it comes, no.
So
hopefully it doesn't.
Our US military bases dyan sa Pilipinas, are we still gonna have elections?
I'm sorry?
Pag inatake yung military bases natin dyan, US, magkakaroon pa ba tayo ng election 2028?
That's a very long shot, no. I think China will not lift or fire any bullet or a single. China can cripple us, no, without firing a single shot. We're just one economic sanction away from China, from economic annihilation.
Yeah, but I'm thinking the US will do everything though to to stop Taiwan from reuniting with China. So I mean, I don't see any other way, pero I think it will happen. Like something, it will happen.
It will happen. Just like Hong Kong happened, just like Macau happened. So it will happen. It will happen.
Yeah, I'm talking about like big war. Like I don't know war, basta war. Something will happen. And tayong mga Pilipino, puro politika na lang. I mean, what are we doing, bro?
Right. Exactly.
Even getting ready. Like yung wala.
Anyway, yeah. But it's no reason to surrender and be complacent at wala na tayong gagawin. We still continue to do what we're doing. Hopefully, a lot of Filipinos will hear us, especially doon kay Kaado Paglinawan when he appeared doon sa TRICOM hearing. Hopefully, in the future, we will probably be intensifying our information drive, no, doon sa conflict sa West Philippine Sea, South China Sea. Hopefully, we can go to schools, universities, have some dialogue, some forum, because we really need to reach out to the Gen Z, no, and Gen Z Alpha, and let them participate in the dialogue. Otherwise, indoctrinated na kasi sila sa mga pro-US na mga intellectuals, no, especially the academics, no.
So last, please, last.
Sige.
what will you think will happen? Can you pwedeng magbigay ka ng idea or timeline like anong mangyayari in the next hanggang 2028? Anong mangyayari like magkakaroon tayo ng election, mananalo si VP, or war gonna happen? Ano sa palagi mo mangyayari?
Well, I hate to speculate, no? Pero as it is, halimbawa, no, yung mga ginagawa ng Trump administration with China and with Russia even. Ang threat ngayon of a nuclear war is nandun sa Ukraine. Kasi talagang they hurt na the pride of the Russians. And most importantly, they violated already the Russian nuclear doctrine by attacking preemptively the nuclear deterrent and strategic nuclear deterrent, no, of Russia. So yun talaga ang delikado. Otherwise, there's a possibility that Mr. Putin will level Kiev. No, will probably use conventional weapons, not tactical nuclear weapons, but he will probably launch a week-long or 2 weeks long or even a month-long attack, no, to really decimate Ukraine and probably eliminate Zelensky and the U.S. puppet government in Ukraine. Yun ang sa tingin ko, no, and then what the collective West nations will do after that, your guess is just as good as mine, no? Yun ang problema. Because China cannot really stand sitting idly by kung lahat na lang ay pagtutulong-tulungan yung Russia. Iran cannot just sit idly by watching the Russians being attacked from all fronts, no? The Iranians cannot do that, no? North Korea cannot just stand idly by. So yan ang problema diyan sa Ukraine. That is why I think, no, there is not yet some wala pang medyo critical na China will launch a military action on Taiwan, and I think although they keep on saying that it's on the table, but I think peaceful reunification is the way to go, and that is the track that they are going to pursue. So, yun, absent any of that, 2028, if VP Sara keeps herself alive until then, and if PRRD still is alive by then, I would be promoting a Duterte tandem, meaning Vice President Sara as President, Digong as VP in 2028.
But do you think magkakaroon tayo ng RevGov sa pamamahala ni Sara? What do you think?
I hope so. We need a great reset, no? Not just an overhaul, but a great
when
reset.
That happens, bro, I'm gonna go home and we'll do headhunting. Ibalik natin yung tradition culture natin sa ibalik natin yung head.
All right. I'll sharpen my machete then. Okay. All right. Thank you, Lamarcos. Imbitahan natin si Kiefer andito. Hello, Kiefer.
Hello.
Hi, Kiefer. Hello. Yeah.